On a perfect Friday night in New York, John and Sarah looked around their living room and felt proud of the life they had built. Their daughter, Noah, had spread 3 new dresses across the sofa. Their son, Ethan, sat in front of a brand new game console, grinning as the crowd on his screen roared. "Look at that," Ethan said, raising his controller. Another perfect Friday night. "The numbers have been great this month," Sarah told John with a satisfied smile. John laughed. "A new high score, too. This console is unbelievably fast." Ethan did not even glance at his old console, which was still sitting beside the television. "I do not need that one anymore." Across the room, Noah held up a dress in front of the mirror. "This is perfect for the party. I need a bigger closet for all my new clothes." John looked at Sarah. "Our kids have everything they want. We work hard for this." "We do," Sarah said. Then she turned to the children and added almost automatically, "Just remember that money does not grow on trees." Neither Noah nor Ethan looked up.
To them, money was simply there when they needed it.
The lights came on when they flipped a switch.
Water ran when they opened a tap.
New clothes appeared when an old outfit no longer felt exciting. A broken shoe became a reason to shop. A quiet weekend became an excuse to buy something else. Then John's phone rang. "It is Arthur," he said. "Your Uncle Arthur from Maine." John answered, and Arthur's warm voice filled the room. "Hey, John, my boy Jack is in New York for a summer course. He wants to save money, so he is headed to your place now. Is that all right?" "Of course," John said immediately. "Give him my number. Tell him to call when he gets to the bus station." A few minutes later, the phone rang again. "Hello, Uncle John. This is Jack. I am at the New York bus station." "Welcome to New York, Jack," John said.
"Take a taxi to our house. I will pay for it."
"No need, Uncle John. Taxes are expensive. Walking is good exercise. I will be there soon." John laughed after he hung up. "That kid is walking here with all his bags. He is tough." Ethan smirked. "Great. A country boy is moving into our house." Not long after that, the doorbell rang. Jack stood on the front steps with a duffel bag over one shoulder and a suitcase in the other hand. His clothes were simple. His shoes were worn but clean. His face was flushed from the long walk, but he looked cheerful. "Jack," John said, pulling him into a hug, "you actually walked all the way here. Look at you, strong and tough, just like your father." "Thank you, Uncle John," Jack said. "It is good to see you." Sarah welcomed him inside. "Come in. Jack, these are your cousins. Noah, this is Jack, and that is Ethan." "Hi, Jack," Noah said politely. Ethan gave him a quick nod. "Hey, what is up?" Jack smiled at both of them. "Wow, you two have grown up so fast. Make yourself at home." Sarah told him, "You must be tired." "Thank you, Aunt Sarah. I do not need much." John led Jack down the hall to the guest room. Jack stopped beside a lamp that had been switched on in an empty corner. He looked at the extra pillows, the unused charger, the piles of unopened boxes, and the lights glowing in rooms where nobody was sitting. A clean house feels better, Jack said softly.
And there is a lot of useful stuff here.
Noah heard him and frowned. Why is he looking at everything? The next day, the family discovered exactly how much Jack noticed. Ethan was bored with his game. This is getting old, he said, dropping his controller. I want a newer one. Jack looked at the old console beside the television. Does that one still work? Of course it works, Ethan said. It is just not the newest model. Jack nodded as if he had been given an important answer. A few minutes later, No came downstairs holding two dresses against herself. Maybe I should wear the blue one today. I need some ice water first. She walked toward the kitchen, leaving the lights on behind her. Jack reached over and switched them off. No one is using these lights, he said. Noah turned around. Excuse me. Jack pointed down the hallway. The room is empty. That does not matter. Noah said, This is New York. We have electricity. Jack did not argue. He simply smiled. In Maine, we do not leave things running when nobody needs them. Later that afternoon, Noah went upstairs to get ready to meet friends. Her bedroom was cool because the air conditioner had been running all morning. She stepped out to answer a message in the hallway. 2 minutes later, she came back and stopped in the doorway. The room was warm. Her air conditioner had been turned off. No, not again, she said, spinning around.
Jack, where is that annoying boy?
Jack appeared at the end of the hall. Are you looking for me? No? What are you doing? She demanded. I was gone for 2 minutes. 2 minutes is still 2 minutes, Jack said. The room was empty. You turned off my air conditioner. Yes.
You cannot just touch my things.
Jack looked genuinely confused. I was only trying to save power. This is New York. No, snapped. We have electricity. And in Maine, Jack replied, We do not leave the air conditioner on in an empty room. You are unbelievable. Go away. Jack walked off, muttering more to himself than to anyone else. She really needs to learn how to save. Noah stormed downstairs. Mom, Jack is ruining everything. He turned off my air conditioner again. Sarah tried to calm her. Honey, Jack is trying to help us save money. Your cousin is a good boy, John added. Energy is not free. Ethan laughed. Good luck. No. The energy cop is watching you. Noah folded her arms.
I hate this. I do not even have privacy in my own house.
That night, Jack sat quietly on the edge of his bed. Through the wall, he could hear Noah complaining to Ethan. Am I really that annoying? He wondered.
Nobody understands me in this family.
The next morning, Noah was in the bathroom, humming happily under the shower. 20 minutes passed. Then she reached for her conditioner. A knock sounded at the door. Noah, Jack called. Please turn off the water.
What? Noah. Shouted, what is happening?
You have been in there for a long time. That is a lot of water. Are you crazy? Leave me alone. Fresh water is limited. Jack said through the door, "You can wash your hair faster next time." Noah shut off the shower, furious. A little later, she stood at the sink brushing her teeth while the tap ran continuously. Jack appeared again, holding out a cup. "Use this," he said. "It is enough water for brushing." Noah stared at him. "You are making my life a nightmare. I cannot even brush my teeth in peace. Going to the bathroom feels like going to war now," Ethan whispered from the hallway. Jack did not seem to understand the joke. "I am only trying to help." The tension grew worse when Ethan discovered that one of his favorite shoes had started to come apart. "This shoe is broken," Ethan said. "I need a new pair." Jack picked it up and examined the loose sole. "It is still a good shoe. It only needs a little glue and thread." Before Ethan could stop him, Jack disappeared with the shoe. Later that day, he returned with it, neatly repaired. "Ethan," "Look, Jack," said proudly.
I fixed it. You can wear it for another year.
Ethan stared at the stitching. "What did you do to my expensive shoes?" "It is stronger now," Jack said. "You do not need to throw it away." Then Noah's favorite bag tore at one of the straps. She sighed dramatically. "Perfect," she said. "Now, I need a luxury replacement. I will ask Mom for a new purse." Jack took the bag from her before she could stop him. "This rope can fix almost anything," he said. "Give me a minute," when he brought it back. The strap had been reinforced with a thick, practical knot. "Noah,"
I have a surprise, he said.
she looked at the bag and nearly groaned. "What is that?" "You can carry 100 books with this," Jack said. "It will last at least another year." "No, no," Noah said, pulling it close to her chest. "Are you trying to embarrass me in front of my friends?" "No," Jack replied. "I just want to help you save it." A few days later, Sarah took Noah shopping for the new school year. The city was bright, crowded, and full of storefront windows that seemed to promise a better version of anyone who walked inside. Noah stopped in front of a dress and held it up with shining eyes. "Mom, look at this."
It is beautiful. I really need it for the first day of school.
Sarah checked the price tag. $500 is expensive, honey. And I need this makeup kit too. All my friends have one. "You are choosing a lot at once," Sarah said carefully. Jack, who had come along because John asked him to help carry the bags, stared at the price tag. $500 for one dress, he said. Noah warned, "This is New York style. Do not talk about prices so loudly." Jack looked from the dress to John. "That is a lot of money for one dress. It could buy a lot of groceries back home." Noah blinked. "Why are you talking about groceries here?" "I am only saying that it represents a lot of work," Jack said. "That one dress could cover a lot of groceries for a family." John paused and looked again at the price tag. Jack nodded. "That is a lot of hard work for one dress." John looked at Noah's old clothes, which were still clean and in good condition. Then he looked again at the price tag. Jack is right, he said quietly. Your old things are still fine, no. You do not understand anything about makeup or fashion, Noah said. John sighed. That is a lot of hard work for one dress. No dress today, no. Your cousin reminded me that money has real value. Dad, all my friends are going to laugh at me. No more arguments. John said, We are going home. Jack walked behind them, pleased with himself. I saved a lot of money for the family today. Noah heard him. Her face turned red. He did that on purpose, she said to Ethan later. He wants to destroy my life. Sarah tried to comfort her. Thank you, Jack. You are always trying to be helpful. Jack looked at Noah from across the room. Are you okay? Keep quiet, Ethan. Noah snapped when her brother tried to speak. Do not talk to me. Sarah called her toward the kitchen.
Noah, come back and help with dinner.
As Noah walked away, she whispered, I hate him. I hate that country boy. Jack heard her. He looked down at his hands. Is Noah angry with me? Aunt Sarah, he asked. She is a teenager, Sarah said gently. She will understand later.
But no, did not want to understand.
She only wanted her old life back.
One sunny Saturday, she was sitting in the backyard enjoying the warm air when Jack came outside carrying several empty cans, bottles, and old boxes. This grass is getting too long, he said. And there are good things here that people throw away. He began sorting through the recyclables, counting each one as he set it aside. 1, 2, 3. Every can is money. Soon, a small pile had formed near the fence. Noah stared at it in horror. Oh my God, what is that ugly thing in my yard? Jack, remove this trash immediately. It is disgusting. This is not trash. Jack said, It is recycling. It is worth a few cents. A few cents?
Noah said.
We are not poor. My friends are coming today. Just then, Ethan's basketball friends arrived. Hey, Ethan, one of them called. Are you ready for practice? Come in, Ethan said quickly. Let us go to the backyard court. Then he saw the pile near the fence. Wait, he said, blocking their path. Do not go that way. The kitchen door is better. One of his friends looked over. What is that? Is your family moving out? No, Ethan said too quickly. It is just old boxes for a restaurant. Come on, let us go inside. From the upstairs window, Noah watched Jack count cans again. 102. 103. Her embarrassment finally turned into anger. She marched into the living room where John and Sarah were sitting. Dad, Mom, choose now. It is either him or me. He is turning our house into a slum. Noah, please, Sarah said. Your cousin only wants to save materials. Stop shouting, John added. Jack is family. Jack stood in the doorway, hurt but steady. In my hometown, saving is a virtue, not a shame. A few days later, the argument moved from the house to Ethan's basketball game. Ethan played well that afternoon. His team won, and his friends cheered as he was named the game's MVP. Yes, Noah shouted from the stands. My brother is the best. Ethan grinned at the cameras. Make sure you get my good side. Then Jack stepped toward him with a bottle of warm water, lemon, and a little salt. Ethan, drink this now, Jack said. You have been sweating for an hour. Ethan looked at the bottle. Are you serious? It is what we drink at home after a long day. Jack said, start with this before anything sweet. His friends stared. One of them laughed. Is that country boy really your cousin? Noah, a boy, asked. He is like a personal coach from the last century. Noah's cheeks burned. Jack, stop, she said. Go back to the seats. Jack looked confused. I only wanted to help Ethan. Stop making us look like fools in front of everyone. No, shouted. I hate your cheap country style. Get out of our lives. The gym went quiet for a moment. Jack looked at Ethan, then at Noah. His voice was low when he answered. I only wanted to protect your brother. That evening, he packed his bag. Goodbye, New York, he said. Noah stood by the window after he left, watching the streetlights flicker on. For the first time, there was no one behind her to turn off a light, close a tap, or remind her that things could be repaired. She told herself she was relieved. But when the house became quiet, she did not feel as victorious as she expected. A few weeks later, No surprised everyone at breakfast. This summer, Ethan and I are going to Maine, she announced. Sarah nearly dropped her coffee. Sit down, Noah. What are you talking about? I want to see Jack's town for myself, Noah said. He cannot keep lecturing us about how hard his life is. Ethan nodded. We want to show him that we are not weak city kids. No, Sarah said immediately. Maine is cold, rough, and far away. You two are not used to it. We do not care, Mom. We are going. John shook his head. Your mother is right. You only know city life. Please listen to your father, Sarah said. Stay here in New York. But Noah was stubborn and Ethan was determined. Finally, John called Arthur. Arthur, the kids are making a mess here. John said, they want to come up to Maine. Arthur laughed on the other end of the line. Let them come. He said, American boys and girls need to know the ocean and hard work. They will grow up here. I will take care of them. John looked at Sarah. Sarah looked at Noah and Ethan. Arthur wants them to go, John said. Maybe it is time for a real change. Noah folded her arms. I will show Jack what real city style is. Ethan added, Maine cannot be harder than basketball training. A few days later, they stood outside the bus station with more luggage than Arthur had expected. Arthur looked at Noah's suitcases and raised an eyebrow. That is a lot of weight for a fishing town young lady. Be careful, Noah said. My expensive dresses are inside. Sarah hugged both children. Stay safe. Call every day. Do not worry, Mom, Noah said. We will be fine in Maine. The drive north felt longer than either of them expected. By the time Arthur turned onto the narrow road that led toward the harbor, the air had changed. It smelled like salt, wet wood, and the sea. We are here, Arthur said. Take a breath. That is fresh ocean air. Noah wrinkled her nose. It smells like a disaster. Ethan looked out at the docks. It smells like dead fish. Noah stepped onto the ground and immediately looked down at her shoes. Oh no, my shoes are ruined. Look at this floor. It is dirty everywhere. Arthur laughed. Grab your bags, kids. Welcome to my home. Please be careful with my luggage. No, said. Then she checked her phone. No signal, she said. 0 bars. My phone is useless. Ethan checked his own phone and groaned. No malls, no Uber, nothing. This is a prison. How are we supposed to survive here all summer? Noah asked. Arthur brought their bags inside. The town water system is under repair this week. Noah froze. What do you mean? Fresh water is limited, Arthur said. No long showers. No long showers. Noah said, Are you serious?
I want to go back to New York right now.
Me too, Ethan said. But Mom and Dad will not drive all the way here just to pick us up. Ethan looked around the small kitchen. I am hungry. Is there at least a McDonald's nearby? Arthur smiled. No McDonald's. Just the ocean, the rocks, and whatever we bring in ourselves. The next morning, Noah and Ethan walked down to the harbor. The sun was high, the water looked calm, and a rental stand had a bright yellow double kayak tied to the dock. Look at that, Noah said. We can rent the kayak and look for whales. Great idea. Ethan said, Let us show them we are independent city kids. Noah pulled out money. We want the yellow double kayak. Just as they were about to push away from the dock, Jack stepped in front of them. Stop, he said. You cannot go out there today. Noah rolled her eyes. Do not ruin our fun, Jack. Leave us alone. We are champion swimmers in New York, Ethan added. The city pool is not the Atlantic Ocean, Jack said. The weather is changing. A big storm is coming within a couple of hours. You are only trying to scare us? Noah said. Jack pointed toward the horizon. Where is your radio? Where is a GoPirate tracker? What will you do if the water changes? We have smartphones, Ethan said. That is enough. No, Jack replied. It is not enough. Noah pushed the kayak toward the water.
Get out of our way. We do not need your rules.
Jack's expression hardened. You are making a serious mistake. Stay here. I am getting my dad and the Seahawk. Jack sprinted toward the Seahawk, where Arthur was checking the boat's lines before the weather turned. The moment Jack left, Noah and Ethan climbed into the kayak. Quick, Noah said. Paddle before he comes back. They laughed as they pulled away from shore. We escaped the energy cop, Ethan said. The ocean was calm at first. Sunlight danced across the water. Noah lifted her phone for a picture. Look for whales, she said. This is beautiful. Smile, Ethan. This is for the gram. Ethan leaned closer. See, Jack knows nothing. We do not need New York malls anymore. But then the wind changed. A cold gust rushed across the water. The sky darkened faster than either of them expected. The water beneath the kayak turned gray, then almost black. Noah looked at Ethan. Why is the wind so cold all of a sudden? Ethan pulled his phone from his pocket. It was wet. My phone is off, he said. Noah, hold the paddle. The boat is turning. The waves rose and knocked against the kayak. I cannot feel my hands. Noah said, it is too cold. Help, Ethan shouted. The waves are too big. We cannot get back. A wall of mist swallowed the shore. I cannot see land anymore. Noah cried. Everything is white. Ethan's hands shook around the paddle. I cannot hold on, Noah. Jack, Noah screamed. Jack? For a moment, all they could hear was the wind and the water. Then a light appeared through the mist. Is that a boat? Ethan said. A small fishing boat cut through the waves. Jack stood near the bow, soaked by sea spray, but steady on his feet. Noah, Ethan, he shouted, stay calm. Do not let go of the kayak. A rope came flying across the water. Drop the paddles, Jack called. Get ready to grab the rope. Catch it now, Ethan. I got it, Ethan shouted, wrapping the rope around his wrist. Noah, hold my waist. Do not let go, Noah cried. Get Noah first, Jack said. Give me your hand. No, reach up. Trust me. Noah stretched toward him as the kayak lurched beneath her. Catch me, Jack. I am slipping. I have you, Jack said. Hold on. No, Ethan, Noah cried. Save Ethan first. You go, Jack told Ethan. I am holding tight. With one final pull, Jack and Arthur hauled both children onto the deck. The yellow kayak drifted away behind them and disappeared into the storm. Oh my God, no, whispered, our boat is gone. Arthur wrapped both children in thick blankets. Sit down, he said. Warm up. Noah looked at Jack. Thank you. Thank you, Jack. Ethan stared at him in disbelief. He was so fast, he was not afraid of the storm at all. We were so stupid. Noah said, you were right about everything. Jack handed them each a cup of warm water with lemon and salt. Drink this, he said. Slowly, Noah held the cup with both hands. I threw this away before. I laughed at it. I am sorry. Forget it, Jack said. Just drink.
Right now, getting warm matters more.
Ethan took a sip. My legs feel better already. Arthur turned the boat toward the harbor. Hold on inside. We are heading back. Noah watched Jack secure the rope and adjust the boat's course. Her voice softened. He is a real captain, she said to Ethan. Not a country boy. He did not leave us, Ethan replied. Even after what we said to him. Jack looked over his shoulder and gave a tired smile. The Seahawk does not lose to a summer storm. When the Seahawk reached the dock, Arthur secured the boat while Jack helped Noah and Ethan onto the pier. Arthur put a hand on each child's shoulder. You made a reckless choice, but you are here, and now you need to learn why this place demands respect. The next morning, long before sunrise, Arthur knocked on their bedroom door. Wake up, kids. Time to work on the boat. Noah pulled the blanket over her head. But Uncle Arthur, it is still dark. Ethan's teeth chattered. It is freezing. Jack was already standing near the door in a thin jacket. Look at him. Noah said he is barely wearing anything. Arthur grinned. Welcome to a real lobsterman's day. No lazy kids on this boat. Noah sat up. We are ready. We will not complain. At the harbor, the smell of bait and salt water hit them again. Oh my God, Noah said. The fish smell is terrible. Arthur untied the boat. Pull the rope. When I tell you 1, 2, 3, the first trap was much heavier than Ethan expected. He leaned back with all his strength. My arms are burning, he said. Keep your feet flat on the deck. Jack told him. Pull with your shoulders, not only your hands. Noah reached toward a lobster trap and jerked back when the lobster moved. Stay still, Jack said. Watch the tail, not only the claws. The cold water splashed over their hands. Noah gasped. The water is like ice. Are you okay? Ethan asked. My fingers are numb. Noah said, I cannot feel them. Mine too, Ethan said. The salt water burns. The boat rose and fell with every wave. Their backs ached, their arms trembled. But Arthur kept working, and Jack kept working beside him. After several traps, Noah looked at Jack's hands. They were rough, scarred, and weathered by years of rope, salt, and cold. Your hands look like this because of this work, right? She asked. Jack nodded. The ocean makes your skin tough. Noah looked at the traps, the ropes, and the small pile of lobster they had pulled in. You save everything because money here is made of sweat. Is that it? Every cent comes from the bottom of the sea. Ethan said quietly, nothing is easy here. Arthur held up his own hands. These scars paid for your cousin's school and our house. Making money is never easy. Remember that when you spend it in New York. Noah lowered her eyes. I will remember. 5 more traps. Arthur said, we need to finish before sunset. Noah looked at Jack. Let me help with the next one. Teach me the proper way. Jack showed her where to stand. Keep your feet flat, pull with your shoulders. Do not rush. Noah followed his instructions. The rope cut into her gloves, but she did not let go. One more done, she said, breathing hard.
Jack, look, I did it properly this time.
Jack smiled. Excellent. You are becoming a real coastal girl. Arthur watched them with quiet pride.
They are finally learning the value of life.
Later, when the work was done, Jack handed Noah and Ethan the same warm drink he had offered them before. Drink this, he said. It will warm you after hours in the wind. Noah accepted it without hesitation. Thank you. She took a sip and smiled faintly. This water tastes like life. Ethan laughed. I used to make fun of this bottle. I was a complete fool. It is okay, Jack said. The ocean teaches everyone the same way. Noah looked at him. Ashamed.
I was cruel to you at the stadium. Can you forgive me?
Jack nodded. We are family. Family stays on the same boat. The past is gone. The sun began to sink over the water, turning the harbor gold and pink. Noah stood beside Ethan and looked out at the horizon. It is beautiful. she said. Maybe the most beautiful thing I have ever seen. We earned this lobster with our own hands, Ethan said. Every single dollar of it. No, replied. That evening, Arthur cooked dinner. The table was simple: lobster, rolls, and food made from what they had brought in from the sea. Dinner is ready, Arthur said. Eat. You need your strength back. It smells amazing. No, said Arthur. Set the familiar bottle on the table. And do not forget the ocean drink. Noah picked it up and smiled. This bottle again. It is the same water, Arthur said. Warm water, lemon, and salt out here. It reminds people to take care of themselves after a hard day. I understand now, Noah said. Without people looking after each other, we could not survive. Arthur looked at them closely. And do not complain about simple food or cold water anymore. It tastes great. Ethan said, We are just really hungry. Arthur laughed. This deck was hard when your father was young. John hated this place then. No,
Looked up. Dad hated the ocean.
yes, Arthur said. John ran away to New York because the work was too painful for him. I did not know that,
Noah said.
Dad never told us. Arthur's expression softened. But I see John's blood in you now. You survived the Atlantic. Ethan looked around the small kitchen. We wanted to prove that we were not weak. Arthur nodded. Your father built his life in the city. I stayed here to support the family. We chose different paths, but we are still brothers. Jack added, My dad worked on this sea for 40 years to send me to school. Noah looked at Arthur with new respect. Your dad is a great man, Jack, and so are you. Arthur grinned. All right, John's children are my children too. Finish your food before the rolls get cold. They laughed. And for the first time since arriving in Maine, Noah and Ethan did not feel trapped. They felt included. That night, their phones finally caught a signal strong enough for a video call. Mom, Dad, Noah said as John and Sarah's faces appeared on the screen. Sarah leaned closer. Noah, Ethan, can you hear me? We can hear you. No, said. Why are you crying? Sarah asked. We worked on the boat today. No said. It was so hard, Mom. John smiled gently. Do you understand real labor now? Noah swallowed. Dad, I am sorry. I spent your money like it was trash. You are growing up. John said, That is what matters. We learned our lesson, Ethan said. Can you come get us early? We want to go home and start again. Sarah looked at John. John nodded. Your mother? And I will drive to Maine tomorrow morning, he said. Jack leaned into the frame. Hi, Uncle John. Jack saved us from the storm. No.
Noah said he taught us what it means to be responsible.
John's face grew serious. Thank you, Jack. You taught my children something I could not. They are good kids, Uncle John, Jack said. They worked hard. We will never forget this place, Noah said. Good night, Mom. Good night, Dad. The next morning, John and Sarah arrived in a thick blanket of harbor fog. They could not see the dock clearly at first. John, I do not see the children anywhere. Sarah said the fog is too thick. Let us Walk closer to the water, John said. Then they heard voices. Lift on 3. No. Jack called 1, 2, 3. Got it. No answered. Pull it up. John and Sarah stepped closer and saw Noah and Ethan on the deck helping Jack and Arthur haul in a heavy trap. Oh my God, John said. Is that really our Noah? I have this side uncle, Ethan said. Push it now. Arthur laughed. Strong work. Ethan. Sarah watched her son lift without complaining. Look at his shoulders, John. He is becoming a real young man. Noah saw her parents and ran toward them, then stopped when she noticed her muddy clothes. Mom, I am very dirty, she said. Sarah opened her arms. My brave girl, you look beautiful. Noah hugged her tightly. I missed you so much. Thank you for coming. Then she turned to Jack. You are the best cousin I could have asked for, she said. I am sorry for everything. Arthur patted Ethan on the shoulder.
Take care of your sister in New York.
Ethan nodded. I will. John shook Jack's hand, then pulled him into a hug. Thank you for saving my children. Jack looked toward Noah and Ethan. They saved themselves to Uncle John. They are family. When it was time to leave, Noah stood beside the car and looked at the harbor one last time. Goodbye. Maine, she said, we are ready to go home. Then she looked at Jack. Back to New York. She added, but I am not the same girl anymore. When Noah returned home, the city felt different. The water in the shower was warm and easy to use. The lights were bright. Stores were full. Cars came quickly. Her closet was still full of clothes she had once believed were not enough. One afternoon, she turned on the shower.
Then thought of Arthur's house, the broken town water system, the freezing Atlantic, and Jack's rough hands pulling rope in the dark.
She turned off the tap after 5 minutes. 5 minutes is enough, she said to herself. No more wasting. A few days later, her friends invited her to the new Fifth Avenue Mall. Noah,
The new mall is open, one of them said. Let us go shopping.
no, thanks. No, replied, I do not need another bag. Her friends stared at her. Are you serious? You always love new bags. Another girl looked at Noah's simple t-shirt. Are you okay? You are wearing something so cheap. Noah smiled. It is clean and comfortable. That is enough. Her friends laughed awkwardly. Noah continued, every dollar comes from someone's hard work. I know what it is worth now. Her friends looked at one another. Maine really changed her. At home, Noah looked out at the backyard and noticed the empty patch near the fence where Jack had once stacked his cans. The yard looks strange without Jack's recycling pile, she said. She placed a small recycling bin in the same spot. This belongs to you, Jack, she whispered. I hope you can see it from Maine. From the kitchen window, John and Sarah watched their daughter. John, come look, Sarah said. Maine changed her completely. John smiled. She is becoming a responsible young woman. Noah picked up an empty bottle that had blown across the yard. People still throw trash everywhere, she said. I can at least clean this up. One recycling bin, one small change for our house. The city lights glowed above the street. But John and Sarah were looking at their children instead. The city is bright, Sarah said. But our kids are brighter now. That same week, Ethan was leaving basketball practice with his friends when one of them dropped a plastic bottle on the floor. Come on,
The boy said. Let us get burgers.
Ethan picked up the bottle and crushed it with his foot. Do not leave your trash on the floor, he said.
Recycling starts with one simple crush.
He dropped it into the bin. One more bottle saved, he said. Jack would be proud. Before practice the next day, Ethan pulled out a small thermos. Time for a real energy drink, he said. A friend looked inside. What is that? Cheap lemon water. Ethan smiled. Warm water with lemon and a little salt. It is what we drink after working on the water. His friend laughed. You sound like an old man. Maybe, Ethan said, but it feels amazing after a hard workout. You should try it sometime. At dinner that night, John placed a full plate in front of Ethan. Enjoy your meal, son. You worked hard at school today. Thank you, Dad, Ethan said. It looks great. He finished every bite. John noticed. You used to leave half your food. Ethan nodded. I do not want to waste the work that happened in the kitchen or the work that brought the food here. John's eyes softened. I am glad to hear that. After dinner, Ethan held the door open for his father. After you, Dad, he said. Let us go home. And somewhere far up the coast of Maine, the ocean kept moving against the shore, steady and cold, reminding anyone who listened that the easiest things in life are often made possible by work we do not see. Noah had once believed water was just water, electricity was just electricity, and money was only a number that appeared whenever she wanted something new. Now, every light she switched off, every bottle she recycled, every meal she finished, and every dollar she chose not to waste carried a different meaning. It was no longer about looking poor or looking rich. It was about seeing the hands behind what she had,